Mentally unstable reporter Kurt Eichenwald went berserk, attacking pro-gun Parkland survivor Kyle Kashuv. This attack was not a normal or sane political attack. This borders on total insanity. Eichenwald is Looney Tunes, big time, and he also went after conservative Ben Shapiro. As Kashuv points out, he's insanely attacked, yet his classmate David Hogg can't be challenged at all. Luckily, Kashuv was able to hit the rogue Eichenwald with a brutal payback, and it's so shocking that it's going viral. According to his Twitter account, Kurt Eichenwald works for Vanity Fair editor, but he is not mentally stable. Many people might remember him from his epic interview on the Tucker Carlson show back in December 2016. Even cool and calm Tucker was rattled by Kurt's disjointed conspiracy theories about President Donald Trump, telling Eichenwald, "I'm having real concerns about you." Today, Eichenwald once again went off the deep end on Twitter, this time at Kyle Kashuv. He took a swan dive off the deep end when he emailed Ben Shapiro and accused him of abusing a psychologically troubled Kyle Kashuv. Eichenwald claimed he knows Kashuv is mentally unstable because he consulted a psychiatrist. No, Eichenwald does not know Kyle Kashuv personally, and yes, he said he consulted a psychiatrist about him. Kashuv understandably took offense at Eichenwald, not to mention this alleged psychiatrist, overstepping his bounds, but unlike Eichenwald, Kashuv didn't have to write an incoherent screed to put him in his place. The pro-gun teen tweeted to Eichenwald directly, writing, "Kurt, you called a psychiatrist about me, and they didn't try and commit you. That's how I know you're full of it." Enter conservative writer and radio host Ben Shapiro, who had received a lengthy email from Eichenwald about Kyle Kashuv's mental issues. Eichenwald told Shapiro that he is working on an article about you and your relationship with Parkland survivor Kyle Kashuv. He gets creepier, writing, "Kashuv is actively working to trick me and other non-Fox journalists into taking any action in which his Twitter account is linked." He goes on to allege that he engaged in direct messages with Kashuv and that he shared those DMs with a politically conservative psychiatrist and rabbi who told him that Shapiro was emotionally abusing Kashuv, claiming they were in a conspiracy together on Twitter, targeting the non-Fox journalists. Ben Shapiro shared Eichenwald's Looney email on Twitter in an attachment, tweeting, "I just received this from @Kurt Eichenwald." There are no words for how wild this email is. Vanity Fair is apparently an odd place. But there's more. Twitchy reported, Kurt Eichenwald is back in the news today thanks to his unhinged effort to paint Kyle Kashuv as emotionally disturbed. A lot of people are understandably wondering what Vanity Fair, where Eichenwald is a contributing editor, is going to take any action. Fox News contributor Stephen Miller tweeted, "This is a 1,000 worse than anything Ingraham did to Hogg." Where are the media reporters demanding comment from Vanity Fair? Due to Eichenwald's insane attack, Benny Johnson of the Daily Caller decided to let Kurt's employer, Vanity Fair, know they have a big problem, pointing to Shapiro's shared emails where Eichenwald signs the letter contributing editor Vanity Fair. The messages slandering a teenage school shooting survivor as mentally deranged and admitting to having Kyle Kashuv psychoanalyzed in secret were sent with the Vanity Fair logo at the bottom of the email. "I'm trying to figure out how Vanity Fair defends this behavior. This is bad," tweeted Johnson. Max Tawney, a reporter for the leftist Daily Beast, even got involved, and what he found out floored everyone who was following this crazy story. Tawney tweeted, "Statement from a Vanity Fair spots, Kurt Eichenwald is not a contributing editor at Vanity Fair." Wow. So, what does Kurt Eichenwald do? He changes his bio on his Twitter account to say Newsweek editor. After people start to look into that claim, he takes that down too. Finally, we all learn he is not employed anywhere. Now, Kurt Eichenwald is #1, trending on Twitter, so he immediately goes into damage control, tweeting, "Hell of a way to find out. I have been a contributing editor, contracted freelancer, with Vanity Fair for 6 years. I live in Dallas and have not been in contact with the new editor in charge. My contract expired and was not renewed. Called my friends there, all of them gone too." For those of you who are not familiar with Eichenwald, he is a huge leftist and he shows no mercy. Yes, he appears to be mentally unstable, but he is vicious in his attacks on President Donald Trump and his supporters. He was also fabricating and promoting a total lie about Kashuv. So, Trump supporters hit him pretty hard, like Caitlin Johnstone, who tweeted, "Wait, so you haven't worked where you think you work and didn't notice because you never interact with anyone at the publication where you think you work? Like the guy from Office Space?" Yeah, like the guy from Office Space, Kurt Eichenwald thought he was working on a big scoop for Vanity Fair. He had done some deep-diving research and allegedly figured out pro-gun Parkland teen Kyle Kashuv was working in concert with conservative pundit Ben Shapiro in a shady scheme on Twitter, only to find out, as he cracks the case by consulting with a rabbi psychiatrist, that he doesn't work at Vanity Fair at all. Now, who's the one who's supposedly mentally disturbed, because it certainly doesn't sound like it's Kyle Kashuv. Liberalism is a mental disorder, engage in it for too long, and this kind of mess can happen to you too.